Hello, how you doing? Mike Bradley here. Hope you're doing well as always. Outside guitar playing, that kind of playing outside the box. You hear these kind of phrases say all the time, and when I think of that kind of saying, those sounds of outside playing, is that kind of tension, that kind of oh, and then the release. You know, so it's like, oh, it's out there. Oh, now it's back. And you hear that a lot in kind of jazzy players and jazzy blues players. I suppose on the more contemporary side, I automatically think of Robin Ford, of that kind of outside playing. And a lot of times they're using these exotic scales and things like that. But something what happened, I found out by accident one time on a gig. I saw it played back to me on DVD. I thought, what the hell did I do there? And I kind of realised I accidentally was playing back. Back, I was like a semitone out of what I was playing in my pentatonic world or whatever, and it made me realise you can do some cool sounds using information you already know. So a little while ago I did a video called Jazzing Up the Pentatonic Scale, so this is going to be outside playing with the pentatonic scale, and it's very, very easy. So I've got a little backing track thing I was doing. So all I'm playing now is a little E minor, or E minor 7, to a D with an E in the bass, E11, whatever way you want to call it, the other E. And I've got a beat going on by the Beat Buddy, what I've got on the floor. I've got an array of pedals, which I'm sure I've taken a picture of and shown you right now. But let's just say, let's do something simple first. So there we got our good old E minor pentatonic shape 1. Now, if say I've got this little loop happening, now there, I literally, so if you think, here's E flat minor pentatonic, and then I resolve back to an E note. So I'm literally playing, so I've got an E minor groove going, I'm playing E, no, you can play an E minor, and I'm going back into E flat minor pentatonic, and then resolving back into E minor again. So relatively simple saying that on paper, if you will. The main thing to make it sound and feel right, you don't just be playing out there kind of going you don't want that, that's not sounding great. It's making sure the timing is falling back on there. So if I got, you know, so that's a good one to start with. So there, so E flat minor pentatonic, so I'm playing an E flat, and then this D flat, C sharp, D flat. So 11 to the 14, so X amount of times, I do it 4 times there. Then I'm sliding 11 to 12, and then doing a little cut off on that 15th fret first string, because it sounds good. Alright, so something like that, you know. So. Okay, so that's a cool little thing there. Could do something like that there. So I'm on 14th fret to 12, all E minor pentatonic. There's my E. Going to that 12, and then sliding back to the 11th fret on the 3rd string. Oh, and then he's going to that E note there. So then I'm just going up E flat minor pentatonic. And then I'm resolving back to my E note to make it back in key again. So it's a really simple idea. It works in any key. I kind of only do this in a minor setting. You don't really want to be playing some kind of major. I mean, you can. Personally, I prefer the sound of it in a minor kind of setting. But so that was it in shape 1. Let's do something in shape 4. Because I like shape 4. Same thing, you know, so put a bit of heat on there. You know, so one little thing you can do to add a cool note to this is this 7th fret, which is coming from now the minor scale. Alright, so by adding that, you can do this kind of standard rock and roll guitar lick. So there I'm going 7 to 8 and hammering on and pulling off back to the 7. And then to my 9 on the 3rd string. So and just repeat that over and over. Now if you did that same idea, you could kind of get a Randy Rhoads kind of idea there. But because that's that note added into our shape 4 of E minor pentatonic, so here's E minor shape 4 pentatonic. And then we've got that added into it. So this whole moving back thing, so I've got this. And resolving back to that E again. So that went up the shape 4, now in E flat. And then I resolved back to E and I was playing an octave E. So I got that. Let's just put the backing track on. The loop backing track. So there, you know, I didn't do the exact same thing, but it's using those same notes because this is what I mean about, well, A, relying on licks all the time, but making sure you're in time, you know, so. So well, when it went back to that 1, I wanted to make damn sure I was on that 1 on the E there. Very, very important. Alright, so there I'm just doing the same thing. As long as you know your 5 shapes of the pentatonic, you can do this anywhere. So there I was in 3. And resolving back into 1. Okay, so if you don't know your 5 minor pentatonic shapes, you're going to struggle with this. Alright, so make sure you know your 5 shapes if you're, before even attempting to do this. You shouldn't even be watching this video if you don't know your 5 shapes. But just try this kind of going back, so then rummaging in E flat minor for a little bit, and then when you're coming back to that 1 count on the beat, say you on, I don't know, do it over the 3rd and 4th beat, if you will. 3, 4, 1. You're back to it, So that'd be a good one to start. Or you could do the full 4 beats. What I'm trying to get across is being aware of the beat, being aware of the tempo, because all you're doing just playing back a semitone from what you're playing, but if you're not thinking and being aware of the beats and the timing, it will sound shit. To put it super bluntly. So it only will work if you've got that time in there and that feel, and that way you're getting those cool Alright, so now I'm thinking about it and it's sounding very licky, but you get the idea. It's fun, and like I say, I realised it. I think I was doing something like that, and I meant to just go up the scale, but in the heat of the moment, I accidentally slipped back a fret and then went up, in this case 4, and then resolved back to the E again, so I was in key. And I just thought, oh, it sounds out there. It kind of sounds something like Robin Ford might play. And, he might do that kind of stuff, It's a cool little thing, alright? So very, very simple. Just try going back. And actually, saying that, it will work going forward as well. So, yes it does. So let's say we're in A minor. Alright, so there's A minor shape 1. So like I was saying, same idea, alright? So there I was kind of going, I'm forwards, I'm in B flat. Going back into A flat and then back into A. So, I mean, just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it. I would stick with just going back 1, but it does work if you go forward a fret as well. So, little tip, hopefully that helps. Hopefully it helps and gives you some ideas. And like I say, it's just, if you do find yourself in a rut, I hear that a lot from people messaging me saying that they're in ruts of what they can do. All I'm doing is just the pentatonics all the time. Something like this, you're applying information you already know, and making sweet music with it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I love reading all the comments everyone sends me, and messages as well. Thank you all for your love and support. If you haven't already, subscribe to this crazy YouTube channel, and if you have subscribed, give it a like and say hello. Thank you to everyone on Patreon. I adore you all. Thank you so much for the love and support you give me on there. It means so much to me. And even to everyone who just watches and subscribes and says hello to me, it means the world to me. I was at the UK, the London Guitar Show over the weekend, and I met so many people there. It was amazing how many people were coming up and saying hello to me, So if I've met you there, hello, lovely to meet you. It meant a lot to me to meet you. And those of you who sent pictures, who wanted pictures and that with me, tag me on Instagram. Be cool to see them and whatnot. But yeah, so it's lovely meeting people now in the real world instead of online and stuff. And next week, if you're watching this live and you're not watching this in 2020, I'm at GitCon next week, so that should be fun. A lot of content coming your way, going to be from there. Anyway, I'm rambling as always. Hope you're very, very well. And Mike Bradley very much signing out. Take care.
The devil's on my side. Talking to myself again, I'm bored of what I say.